speaking of things that should have been released this year, let's move on. With cinemas closed most of this year, a metric ton of movies have actually delayed their release dates to 2021. And with hybrid release strategies in place and the prospect of a COVID-19 vaccine making returning to a theater near you maybe a more of a reality potentially, there's going to be a major battle for viewers' eyeballs next year specifically. So what movies should we actually be excited for? What films are worth adding to your most anticipated list? We're going to break it down with our panel. So my question to you folks is, what is your most anticipated movie of 2021 and why? Kale, let's start with you on this one.
Okay, my most anticipated is Spider-Man 3, which is the Spider-Man that is going to include all the Spider-Mans. It is the most Spider-Man of all. It's going to have Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Kirsten Dunst, Emma Stone. They're not going to be they may be Spider-Gwen. One may be Spider-Gwen. I don't know. But yeah, no, this is definitely going to be one of the biggest Spider-Man movies, obviously, maybe one of the biggest Marvel movies. I'm trying to figure out if it's going to beat Avengers Endgame for biggest box office because people love Spider-Man. So I don't know, but that's definitely my most anticipated coming out in theaters. And I noticed you were asking us about streaming. Do you want me to save that one or do you want me to include that now?
My next question was, that's your most excited for theater, but what movie are you most excited to watch at home? Because I do think next year it's going to be a divide between movies that we're willing to go to the theater for versus ones that we're like, I'm still feeling uncomfortable. Let's stay at home.
Okay, because I have a prop for my streaming one. Because I'm the most I'm most excited for Matrix 4.
Yeah.
I know that maybe isn't on most people's list for some reason, but I've been waiting for this. I still have one of the Powerade Matrix Reloaded special edition things that they made. And I have been saving this.
It matches you too.
If I ever do an interview with the Wachowskis, I was going to either drink this or share this with them if they could. So I just need at some point, I'm excited about this movie because maybe I'll get to interview them and share this. How old is this? How old is
that? Was like 2003?
You've moved house like 3 times in the last 5 years as well. Like you've taken that thing with you.
Yes, this has been with me for like since my childhood at this point.
He has thrown out everything else during every move except for this bottle of Matrix Powerade. That reminds me of one time I grabbed a can of soda from the fridge at my uncle's house one summer, and I just wasn't paying attention. It was a can of Mountain Dew. I was like, oh, this tastes weird. Maybe I just don't like Mountain Dew. Then I looked down, and it was a Star Wars Episode 1 branded can of Mountain Dew. And let me tell you something, dear reader. The year was not 1999. The year was much closer to like 2004 or something like that. So it was extremely expired and very out of date. So yeah, that was bad news bears. So
what's the worst that can happen?
Kale, just be careful. That's all I ask. Live your life, but just be careful. Maybe drink it through a mask. That might just be the best way for everyone. But those are both great choices. Movies that I'm very excited to see. But Maud, what about you? What movie are you most excited for to see in theaters and at home?
I have a prop as well.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yes.
June. I say it with a soft D. June is my movie of choice. I'm so gutted that it got pushed back, but it gives me more time to read the rest of the series. I think that this is going to be beautiful. I think the movie's going to be like, we saw the trailer. If you haven't, it's on Nerdist. We did a full-on breakdown with it. It's such a vast, epic kind of story. And I think especially sort of in this COVID, hopefully soon post-COVID world, it would be really, really fascinating to explore that sort of sci-fi, space fantasy, all of those themes in there. I'm just a bit gutted that it got pushed back so much, but that's what I want to see on the big screen.
Mm-hmm.
On the small screen, I had to I thought it would be Black Widow because that one got delayed so much that I'm just keen to watch it. And I could happily do that on the small screen. But then I realized, oh, wait, I want to watch Candyman from home. I don't want to watch that on a big screen. I don't want people to see how scared I am. But so far, I am 2 out of 2 for Jordan Peele horror, and I do not watch horror. And both of them I really enjoyed. So I think that this is something that I can get into. I just want to be at home with lights on.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I want to be able to like hold on to my dog for dear life when I watch Candyman. I'm so excited to see what Nia DaCosta brings to this movie. You know, based on the success of this and how this was looking, she's also been tapped to direct Captain Marvel too. So clearly, big things are ahead. And yeah, Dune. That's a movie that I'm actually low key grateful it's been pushed back to October 2021 because hopefully by that point, I can actually go see it on an IMAX screen because after seeing just sort of the level of sci-fi splendor Denis Villeneuve was able to bring to Blade Runner 2049, I cannot wait to see. I watched the Dune trailer so many times, and not just because it was produced by our cool corporate dad, but because I love this sci-fi world that Frank Herbert created, and I love how they're reimagining it for a new generation with just all the modern tools of 21st century filmmaking. I'm very excited to see that. But Trisha, tell me, what are your choices for in a theater and at home in 2021?
Well, for in theaters, definitely Spider-Man 3. I'm right with Kale. All of the Spider-Mans, live action Spider-Verse looks like a thing that's happening. I mean, they've said that we're going to see Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, which opens us up to the multiverse, which is how all of this makes sense. Alfred Molina is coming back as Doc Ock, who I love. I'm so incredibly hyped. Plus, I'm a Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker stan, which I know is not the most popular opinion on the internet, but I definitely am. So yeah, I am very much looking forward to Spider-Man 3. And then as far as streaming, this is a little bit of a cheat because it's 2020, not 2021, but everyone else props. So I'm going to prop. Dun, 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 dun.
What?
Oh, costume
Good
change.
reveal. Good reveal.
Day. I didn't know you were going to ask that question, and I just happen to have my Wonder Woman dress on today.
No, look, see, you mean you planned ahead. No one expected it. No, this is awesome. This is fortuitous right there. And that's great because it comes out on Christmas Day. I think it's going to be available on HBO Max for a month. And now they've reached a deal with Roku. So basically anyone who wants to can watch this movie. But yeah, those are both fantastic choices. As for myself, obviously we mentioned Candyman for at home. Another movie I'm excited to watch at home is the Uncharted movie. That's a movie I am morbidly curious about because I'm always keen to see if they can make a video game movie actually work, if they can kind of break that curse, because it's a challenging genre to adapt.
The pictures looked good though.
Yes, and you have Nolan North there on set giving his seal of approval. So
Dan, how long have they been working on that film?
Exactly 100 years tonight. David O. Selznick at the dawn of cinema said, "Get me Nathan Drake," and everyone was like, "What are you talking about?"
I've been reporting on Uncharted since I started reporting on entertainment news. I would not even believe it's coming out.
Yeah, no, it's been a long time, but I do believe that since they've actually shot it, it could theoretically come out. The other movie I'm most excited for that I want to see in a theater, even though it'd probably just be good as it'd be good at home as well, is The Green Knight, starring Dev Patel as this sort of A24 psychosexual horror take on Arthurian legend Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. It just looks fantastic. If you haven't seen that trailer yet, highly recommend checking it out. I can't wait to see that movie on the biggest screen humanly possible. Obviously Dune as well. And let us know what your choices would be in the comments below because it's going to be a great...
Can you please say Dune properly? June? Thank you.
June. I hope it, and it comes out in October.
What is that?
So I'm excited to see it.
Oh, Maud's
when
a
it
fan
eventually
of the
drops.
Liquid You.
What?
The Liquid You, the Dune.
Yeah.
it's
Like Tuesday. And
June.
yeah,
Tuesday. It's like
it's right
anything
before
you after it is a soft consonant. Does that make
For
sense?
every
It's
D
right-
letter, so it'd be like Jen Casey.
No. So if it's followed by a U, it's not a heart. So it's not Call of Duty. It's Call of Duty.
Yeah, like
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
not
like
gonna
Junkin'
say Call of
Donuts.
Judy.
Oh no, I did. I can't. Okay, well, my accent's
Yeah.
strange, but I will.
it
convert.
comes
Maud,
comes
I
right
will say
before
the
July.
Liquid You is very popular in Shakespearean performance.
Oh,
And-
she classy.
everywhere.
Got it.
And
Okay.
it is a Shakespearean saga like no other. So go see it in theaters or at home in October 2021. Thanks, Corporate Dad.